Okay, so right now for this discussion, we're discussing the impact of puberty on self-esteem and mental health. Um, it can be positive, it can be negative based off of the notes and the PowerPoint and the podcast that we learned from. So first I want to talk about the stigma surrounded by it. So for boys, the social stigma is basically how muscular you look. That's how they form their body satisfaction. And boys that are falling behind in based on their peers, if they don't look as muscular, they might not. They will be prone to bullying. They'll be less satisfied with their body type. For girls, the stigma is a little bit bigger, since we biologically develop more fat on ratio compared to boys. It can be harder for us to distinguish between the fact that we aren't going to be as muscular and we aren't going to be seen as that. And with the social stigma surrounding our culture where skinny is the way to go, we're being pressured to be skinny and slim down. For maturing girls, it may be detrimental to their body satisfaction. So for early maturers, boys that mature early, they'll be more likely to gravitate towards people that look more like them. So younger boys that are developing at a rate of 16-year-old boys might be hanging out with those boys, and it may lead to their participation in activities that they're just not mentally prepared to equip with. So it can lead to drug use, delinquency, just things that they aren't mentally prepared to handle or to avoid. But some boys, the more muscular they look because they're early in maturing, physically they may become popular based off of sports and all of that. For girls, one of the only pros for them for maturing early is popularity, but that can also have its downside. They face criticism, gossiping, rumors, sexual harassment, and usually have low body dissatisfaction the earlier that they are maturing, because at this crucial time in adolescence, they're really just wanting to fit in. And if they're not surrounded by girls that look like them or whatever, they might not be satisfied with how they look. And being introduced to that adult body at such a young age, where their brains are also just not capable of being able to handle all of this, they can develop eating disorders and be more prone to depression, anxiety, drug use, that kind of thing. They're also more prone to be pressured into dating early and having to put on that mature look to match their physical looks. Late maturers, their feelings about themselves are going to be influenced by their peers as well. Everything in adolescence is by comparison, so if they don't look like their peers who are maturing at a normal or early rate, they'll become dissatisfied with themselves because they don't fit in with everybody that they have for their entire childhood.